What the hell is going on with real estate in Edmonton right now? Today, I'm going to be talking to you about what's happening in the real estate market in Edmonton and how it transitioned into a seller's market, what you can do to get a good deal on a property still, and all of the strategies that you need to take right now in this very tough real estate market. Now, if you're a seller of a home, then you're in good shape. All you need to do is make sure that your property is listed for sale with a real estate agent that can get you max dollar for that property. But if you're a buyer, then we need to talk. My name is Sean Rampersaud. I'm one of the top mortgage brokers in Canada, and I want to explain to you in a non-biased perspective what a person needs to do in the real estate market when it is a seller's market like it is in Edmonton right now. And at the end of the video, I'm going to talk to you a little about how the Trump tariffs are going to affect the real estate market or how it could potentially affect the real estate market in Edmonton. So how did we get here? How did the prices just go so out of control? Well, number one, we have a ton of people moving from all over Canada into the Alberta marketplace right now. So the prices in Edmonton, the prices in Calgary are all going up. Prices in Vancouver and in Ontario, it's gone so out of control that people can't afford it. So they look to places like Edmonton that still have a lot of jobs available and high paying jobs for that perspective and low real estate prices. That mixed together paints a picture of a much better life for a person than they can have in those other places where real estate prices have just gone out of control. Now, do I think it's going to get out of control here? Probably not. I don't think it's ever going to be, and there's no reason for it to ever go out of control like it did in Ontario and like it did in Vancouver. But don't hold me to that. I'm not an economist. I've just seen multiple markets from the 2000s real estate bubble where prices went out of control and then tanked all the way back further than that when I first started owning real estate about 25 years ago. The other reason for this is there's lower housing inventory right now. So people are not listing their house. They're hanging on to it because they think that the value of that house is going to continue to rise. When do you cash out, people, is the question. And a lot of sellers are waiting to cash out until the market peaks. When is the market going to peak? I have no idea. It could be midsummer this year. It could be midsummer next year. We don't know when this is all going to happen, but I think it might all happen at once. Right now, there's also lower interest rates. So the interest rates have started to go down with all of the Bank of Canada changes that are happening and all of the news coming in from the United States about tariffs. The Bank of Canada is trying to protect their citizens, so they're lowering the rates. They don't want an economic collapse for any reason in Canada. So the low rates are attracting buyers. It's telling people now is the time to buy. All the people that were sitting on the fence have seen a significant rate reduction multiple times in the last year and a half. So those people are all pumped and they're out there trying to buy property right now. I'll tell you, I put seven offers in on properties in the last week, and I didn't get one of them. They all went over list price. They all went over the price that I was willing to pay for these properties. And I'm okay with that because I don't want to overpay for a property. It's totally against my investment strategy. But a lot of investors are out there coming in from Ontario, coming in from BC, thinking our market is just going to keep on going up and going up. And I don't think it will. I really don't think it will continue to rise. It can't. There has to be a ceiling. So I'm sitting, I'm watching, I'm putting offers at a reasonable amount, but I'm not actually closing on transactions where I overpay for a house because that's just stupid. Now, I do remember that after the 2007, 2008 crash, when the prices all went down, a lot of people that were trying to sell their house couldn't sell their house because they owed more money than what the property was worth. This can be an absolute disaster for an investor or anyone like that's on a short-term strategy. So be really careful out there is all I've got to say. Now, I know you're probably watching other YouTube videos as well from other from real estate agents mostly and maybe other economists, and it could be all saying go buy, 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 buy. But that's not always the best strategy in real estate. So let me tell you what I'm doing as an investment strategy and as an investor in real estate in Edmonton. Right now, I am putting offers in on multiple different properties in multiple categories. So sometimes if everyone is looking in a certain price range, I'll change the price range that I'm shopping in. So for example, if I'm looking at single family homes for $400,000, I might change my search criteria to single family homes with a suite in the basement, like a legal suite in the $450,000 price range. If you have a legal suite, you'll qualify for more mortgage. And if you qualify for more mortgage, you can qualify for a bigger house. Next, I might totally switch the property type from single family to townhouse because I'm buying to make a profit. So if people are looking at the single family range, I might look at townhouses, or I might look at half duplexes, or I might go into a higher price category where most people aren't looking. So you really have to dig deep, and please call me if you're looking at trying out a strategy like this because it really does work. The last good investment I made is a property that I purchased, a half duplex in December. I bought this thing for 140 grand and I sold it for $285,000. Huge difference, huge profit. And that's how you make money on real estate. You have to be learning these types of strategies. Don't always listen to your friends or your family or the person in front of you that's telling you buy, buy, buy. Call me and I'll go through some of the strategies that I have so that you make a wise decision. The other thing I'm doing is I'm looking at other areas. So if everybody's buying in Edmonton right now, then I might look at some of the outskirts. I might look at St. Albert, Morinville, Beaumont, Fort Saskatchewan. Some of those areas might not be getting hit as hard as the Edmonton marketplace is. So if you're doing this for an investment and you want a good deal, then invest in some other areas other than just Edmonton, or at least open up your search criteria for that. Now, if you're somebody that's looking at a specific area and you want your kids to go to school in that area, then that's a totally different thing. Then you have to play ball in the category that the real estate agent is talking to you about. So you have to buy in the area specifically that you want. I know you want what you want, and that's the only thing. The other thing you can do is wait a little bit, and the market may cool off. All I'm saying is don't necessarily get caught in the hype because it may just be hype. Now, I'm not a financial expert. I don't know if it's going to keep on going up, but it's very unrealistic that the prices just keep on rising. But they may rise some more, and I hope they do. If you are holding property right now and it continues to rise, then great. But we don't know where the exact ceiling is. We don't know how the Trump tariffs are going to affect real estate in Edmonton, but I'm sure they are. So let's talk strategy. What do you do first? So number one, first and foremost, is you need to have a good real estate agent. You need to get somebody that's going to be able to hunt out the properties for you. The real estate agent I used on my last purchase got me a property that was off market before it was even listed because they dug deep and they found me exactly what I was looking for in the price range I was looking for. I wouldn't have bought otherwise. So if you do need a referral to a good real estate agent, I know tons of them. Please reach out to me. My contact info is below. Next, you're going to want to talk about getting your mortgage pre-approval. Now, you need to absolutely get your mortgage pre-approval before you do anything if you're shopping in Edmonton right now. If a property goes into multiple offers, you're going to want to know what your exact ceiling is on how much you can offer. You're going to also want to know and be able to tell them that you can make potentially an unconditional offer. An unconditional offer is when there are no conditions. So there's no financing, there's no inspection, any of these things. So if you're in a really competitive situation and you want to earn and you want to win a bid, then an unconditional offer may be the way to go for you. But only if you can do it. And you need a mortgage pre-approval for that. If you do need a mortgage pre-approval, please reach out to me. I get the lowest rates in Canada and I deal with almost every single bank, definitely more than you're aware of. Next thing I would say is you need to get in on a property on day one. As soon as a property is listed, you need to get into that property. I recently came across a deal online and I wanted to buy this property. By the time I realized that it was a good deal, it was 2 days after the property was listed. I got an email from a real estate agent and I put an offer in on it immediately. Well, what happened is the property was sold and it was sold at the price I would have paid for. So I lost out on this property. It was something I could have flipped for 40 or $50,000 more and made a good profit. So if you are buying a property in Edmonton right now, it would be good to have a chat with me so I can go over some of the strategies that you can use. Do I think the market is going to continue to rise? I think it definitely will rise until the summertime. I don't know what's going to happen with these Trump tariffs, but it definitely will have an effect on the market. Will investors keep on investing in Edmonton? Yeah, I think they will keep on investing in Edmonton for a while. We're not going to tank in the immediate. Are we at our ceiling? I don't know if we're at the ceiling of where prices could be, but I think you need to get ready for it. So I recently had a conversation with a real estate agent in Edmonton, and I'm asking every realtor that I talk to about this. What do you think is going to happen? What do you think is going to happen? Well, when you talk to the agents in Edmonton, you'll find that most of them are going to say the prices are going up, and they are right now. They currently are, but they make it seem like the prices are going to go up forever, and that's just not possible. So, one strategy I might take this year is to maybe sell a rental property or two, cash out at wherever I feel my ceiling is, wherever I feel my property value is the highest. I might cash out of one or two of those just so that I don't get stuck the way I did in 2007. And I want to talk to you about that right now because in 2007, a similar thing happened. The market went crazy. The prices on property were absurd. And I had a bunch of rental properties at the time, and I thought I was in a great position. I wasn't. So what ended up happening is in 2000, end of 2007, 2008, the market tanked. So all of this equity that I thought I have, I'll call it perceived equity, was gone. And it was dumb because I knew I could have sold some of those properties for a massive profit, massive equity gain. And I could have taken that and I could have put it in stocks and bonds or whatever I invest in. But I didn't at that time. So I just rode the wave. The market did come back up, of course, but I had to wait, almost 20 years for the market to come back up. Absolutely insane. So that was fine. My mortgages were being paid down. But in the meantime, there was interest rate fluctuations, a whole bunch of things. So one of the strategies that I'm going to be using this year is I may sell a rental property or two. Definitely not everything, but I may sell a couple of them, cash out of that. If the Trump tariffs come in, it may cause the stock market to decrease, and I might throw some money into the stock market. So I'll be selling on the high, cashing out profit there. Then I'll take that exact money and I'll invest it immediately into the stock market, maybe the S&P 500 or maybe something Canadian only, because that's probably going to be going down if the Trump tariffs happen or if a trade war happens. And then I'll be able to profit from that as well. So that's my take on things. If you have any questions or you'd like to chat about it more, please give me a call. My number's in the comments below. And if you like the video, like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.